What's up, guys? Uz here, and we're back in the cave doing another kind of book review. Basically, I haven't done one of these there for a while, the DC graphic novel collection, but I decided, you know what, I need to start this again. I need to get this collection done. And my thing there now is I'm going to try and get one of these books a week. And if I can, then by the end of the year, we should have pretty much the whole shelf filled up. So you can see this is my shelving over here in my back cave basically, and here this is the section there where we've got our DC graphic novel collection, and it's a little bit bitty. My Riddler trophy's fallen over, but yeah, a little bit bitty there, and basically we want to get that all filled to the end and fill up pretty much, let's move this around, this whole shelf, right? So we've got these 4 books here, and they're all kind of the next ones in the series, a little bit out of order because it's becoming increasingly difficult to get these. So let's have a look at the first one, which is Batman Tenses, and this is basically a psychological story, one of the kind of newer styles. You can see from the way that the stuff is drawn on the inside. It's one of the newer kind of stories then. It's more about the psychology of Batman. So if you're one of these people who likes the psychological aspects of Batman, why Bruce Wayne became Batman there, you know, the idea behind it, as opposed to the, you know, truly fighting criminals and stuff like that. He does it in this, but you know, it's more about that psychological aspect. Then you'll get that in this. No real supernatural elements or anything like that. It's mainly all him kind of trying to find himself, the reason why he's doing things, and in full-on detective mode. I really like the story. It's not got anyone memorable in it or anything like that, but it's decent. It's a decent one. So check that out there if you want. And on the spine, we've got the Martian Manhunter. So the next one we've got is Batman Second Chances Part 1. I wanted to get Part 2, but it was almost impossible for me to actually find it at the time. So this is a Silver Age comic book, and it's basically about him taking on Robin. And taking on Dick Grayson as a partner. So it's really about, you know, the early days of Batman, him taking on a partner in Dick Grayson, and them going on there together and fighting crime. So if you like the Batman and Robin stories, especially the Silver Age ones, this is for you. I looked through the whole thing. There's no print errors or anything like that. So that's great. We do have a few kind of areas there where the prints are not fully lined up, and this is typical for Eagle Moss stuff. But otherwise, they're a pretty good graphic novel. It's fairly long, and like these old comic books there, sometimes the story is a little bit disjointed. And it skips from story to story, but otherwise pretty solid. Anything Batman is always solid, right, as we know. And we've got the nice like covers at the end there as well, and another story of Batman at the end. So it carries on there to Part 2, and this is the volume 109. And now we go on to Supergirl True Strength. This is what number is this? Number 105. And I'm not really one of these people who's into Supergirl stories. I think it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a little bit odd for me to be part of that. But basically, there's a lot of kind of contemporary heroes in this. We've got Teen Titans, we've got Outsiders, Ian Churchill art. This is from like early 2000s. So it's about 20 years old, which seems like a long period of time there. But the artwork is amazing. I mean, you see this artwork here is absolutely spectacular. And a lot of these like newer comic books, you know, the 2000 ones, the ones that just came in, half of the fun is actually looking at how good the drawing is and how good the artwork is, in addition to how good the storyline is. And this definitely, the storyline is okay, but the artwork there is absolutely spectacular. And you can see this all the way through. If you're one of these people there who likes all the other side characters around Supergirl, then you're in for a treat here, because everybody's in here. You know, we've got Lex Luthor. You know, we've got Nightwing. We've got all the other outsiders. We've got Cyborg, etc. Supergirl when she becomes evil here, Flash, etc. And yeah, and this is why I'm saying this is, I don't know, this is a bit weird for a, you know, 40-year-old guy to be reading, but you know, it's part of the collection. Not something that I would collect there on its own, but I can imagine teenage boys collecting this, and yeah, being interesting, let's just say that. So let's get on to the final book there, which is The Brave and the Bold. This has Batgirl on the cover, and this is volume 108. Brave and the Bold is the subject of the new Batman film when it's coming out. It's not quite this one, but yeah, this is another 2000s book, and basically it's a story arc from the Brave and the Bold, but obviously I don't think that they're going to be going for this. So it's about the you know, the being known as Destiny, and once again, like these 2000 books, the artwork is fantastic. The amount of effort that gets put into these things, you kind of think to yourself, why are comic books so cheap? You know, given the amount of effort that is in here. Definitely not for children when you can see these kind of nightmarish images. I love it when these comic book writers just basically go into just like crazy mode and start to create like just, you know, completely out there creatures. You know, we've got Metallo coming in here as well, the Flash, and yeah, this is another one of those books that kind of jumps from page to page and is sometimes difficult to read, but overall a solid read. But it's actually one of those things that is enhanced way more by the artwork. And if the artwork was poor quality, you'd probably be like, is this thing even worth reading? The Brave and the Bold, like I said, is a subject potentially of the new Batman film. Is it something that is going to lead into something like this eventually, with a team up kind of Avengers style thing? And this, like I said, is volume 106. So let's put these all on the shelf and we'll have a look and see what they look like. So here we are with it on the shelf, and we can see that Martian Manhunter is now whole. Batgirl is still looking a little bit cut up because for some reason it seems to be nigh on impossible to get volume 107. So we got 106 going to 108. And obviously these are much further on down the line there with Jay Garrick and Zatanna. But I will be collecting these more and try and fill up this shelf. So we've got more additions there to this collection here in my Batcave. Let me know what you think about the DC Graphics novel collection from Eagle Moss. Are you collecting it? And I'll talk to you guys again next time.